India. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and a very warm welcome to the Anjani Mashelkar Inclusive Innovation Award presentation ceremony. As we prepare for the presentation of the Anjani Mashelkar Inclusive Innovation Award ceremony, I would be requesting Dr. Arya Mashelkar, President of ILCI, to address the audience and give us a brief introduction about the award that he has instituted. May I request you, sir?
Professor Anil Gupta, Dr. Jayant Umanikar, ladies and gentlemen. As you heard, when Anjali said brief introduction, she emphasized the brief part of it in capital letters. So I'll be very brief. We are running out of time. And therefore the message in the TED film, getting more from less, I think is even more relevant. We are running, almost half an hour late. But in India, finally, it's like Indian marriage. We get it right, finally. So we'll find at the end of the day, we'll get it right. Just brief remarks. Anjali Mashelkar was my mother, and she left for our heavenly abode on this day, precisely this day, 9 years ago. She's no more, but I feel she's everywhere, and she's around somewhere here. She brought me up facing all odds that a poor, widowed, uneducated mother moving in Mumbai with her one child would face, and she lived with courage, with dignity, despite extreme poverty. Her heart went out for the old, for the poor, and she wanted me to do something. So this award is one of the things. There are some other things that one is doing, but this is one. This award is for inclusive innovation, including the excluded. It is given, again, not for the best practice, but really for the next practice, not for incremental, but really disruptive, really game-changing innovation. This year, we had invited applications from all around the IIT, the IISER, the IIMs, major universities. I signed personally around 1,000 letters to MPs, MLAs, citizens. We got 300 plus applications from 90 countries, some of them even as far as from Berkeley, from USA, and so on. We had a very eminent international jury, which was chaired by none other than Mr. Innovation of India, Professor Anil Gupta. We had Ilaben Bhatt, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, Professor R. Kumar, Dr. Arun Nigwekar, Dr. Jayant Umanikar. We had from Washington, Dr. Vinod Goyal, and from Harvard University, Dr. Shiladi Sengupta. And the choice was absolutely unanimous. Rahul Rastogi, whom you will see very shortly on the dais. He has created something which is a true breakthrough. I will request you to wait for the citation that will be read by Anjali Raje when the award is given, but more importantly, when he himself speaks and demonstrates to you what he has been able to do, and you will see what a breakthrough is. Finally, I would simply say that making high technology work for the rich, very easy. In India, we'll make it possible. Rahul is one of them, so let us give him a big round of applause.
Thank you, sir, for giving us the personal insight into what motivated you to institute this award. I will now read out the citation for the Anjani Mashelkar Inclusive Innovation Award winner, Mr. Rahul Rastogi. Cardiovascular diseases are predicted to be the largest cause of death and disability in India by 2020. Amidst the rising incidence of cardiac diseases, even among younger people, there's a pressing need to affordably, speedily, and accurately monitor the heart health of Indians. The high-tech 3-lead ECG recorder connects to a smartphone wirelessly and displays and records ECG graphs on the smartphone itself. The ECG report The affordable device marks a dramatic shift in the way we approach cardiac care, doing away with expensive ECG machines, distant hospitals or laboratories, and even skilled technicians. In recognition of this disruptive, high-tech but simple and affordable innovation, Anjani Mashelkar Inclusive Innovation Award 2015 is presented to Mr. Rahul Rastogi of Agatsa Software Private Limited for Sanket ECG device. I request Professor Anil Gupta to present the plaque award to Mr. Rahul Rastogi.
I will request one of the most inspiring spirit behind this award and for sustaining the spirit of the institutor of the award, Dr. Mashelkar. I will request Vaishali ji to come over the stage and join me in giving this award, please.
I request Mr. Jayant Umranikar. I request Mr. Jayant Umranikar, Chairman ILCI, to present the check of rupees 1 lakh to Mr. Rahul Rastogi. I now request the King of Grassroots Innovation, Professor Anil Gupta, to kindly address the audience.
Dr. Mashelkar, my mentor and guru and dear friend, Dr. Jain, and dear friends, and Dr. Kelkar. I was talking to Dr. Jain about the importance of what has begun to be called as silver market, the market of people above 60 years. And he said that he had coined a wonderful phrase which I've already tweeted, and I would like to give him full credit for that. The future in the past, is that right? There is a future in the past, which is a very graceful way of honoring elderly people. So let us give a big hand for this thought. There is a future in the past. And please understand that heart problems are not anymore the problems of the old. They are now affecting many young people. So therefore, it's a very timely device. Of course, it is not a substitute for changing our lifestyle. We must improve our lifestyle, we must walk more, we must eat light, and of course, follow all the other practices that are necessary. Anjani Mashelkar Award also reflects a determination of the innovation committee of our country that more and more recognition is required for such young talent who is trying to solve the problems of the unreached masses of our country.
May I now request the dignitaries on the dais to be seated in the auditorium, because I'd be inviting Mr. Rahul Rastogi, to the winner of the prestigious Anjani Mashelkar Inclusive Innovation Award, to make his presentation and say a few words in acceptance of this award. Mr. Rahul Rastogi, please.
Thank you, everyone. We feel very honored and privileged, and we really want to thank from bottom of our heart to Dr. Mashelkar and the eminent jury member who have recognized our efforts. And just to start with, I just want to share how we started. what is this thing and how do we plan to move ahead. And maybe it could give some pointers to budding entrepreneurs who might be sitting here. So we just started. About 2.5 years ago, my father was detected with a heart problem. And based on his condition, he was not operated upon, he was put on medication. Now, what was happening is we live in a nuclear family, so we called him up, and every other day at 2 a.m., at 12 a.m., whatever time it is, we were just going for ECG checks, just to make sure that the recurrent chest problems were just as anxiety or gastric trouble and not some serious problem. So myself and Neha, we were thinking like, who will take him to the doctor when he will go back to his native place, right? So that is how we started thinking into this thing. Let's make something that he can do a simple ECG check. This is the primary thought that we started it. So that in terms of an entrepreneurship could be said as the unmet need that we started with. And before, even at that point, we were just living our life very happily in multinational companies. We were totally unknown about the entrepreneurship and the concepts behind it. So we just started with the basic common sense. We started making a device because we couldn't find any device which could do this thing. So we made a prototype, just press thumb and we got an ECG on Bluetooth, and we interviewed around 40 odd cardiologists last year. So we came to know that just single ECG might not be good enough. It has to be in more detailed way. So we changed a lot of design technically. We came up with a technology that is equivalent to a 12 lead ECG machine, in which you can also do chest lead ECG. So this is the device. Basically, you place your thumb, you get a ECG in 15 seconds with all those parameters that a 12 lead ECG will give. But you can also, it has another sensor, so you can also put it across your leads, chest leads. So technically it will give, right now it is giving 6 leads. Going forward it will give 12 leads, a complete what as a 12 lead ECG machine gives. Now with this, we made a mobile application, then we made on a cloud. As soon as the data comes to the mobile app, it goes to a cloud, right? So let's say you have an uncle who's living far away in Mumbai, he measures his ECG and you will get a notification here right now that, okay, there is some problem with your uncle, he needs your help. So this is the kind of model that we developed, and this is a simple demonstration, like as you can see in the slide, you just have to press your thumb and get an ECG, and that ECG could be shared even by SMS, WhatsApp or email. Now at the back end, we are working on a system wherein an ECG review could happen in a matter of 2 seconds. So typically I explained the first, like it could be applied in different models, but the model that I personally would prefer would be that this device be placed in every, let's say in every panchayat.
Congratulations, Rahul, for this wonderful innovation, which truly symbolizes this affordable exit. We look forward to it reaching out to many more. As we come to the conclusion of this award ceremony, I would like to place on record a very special thank you to Professor Anil Gupta for being here for this program this year too, as always. Thank you, Mr. Uranikar, for sparing your valuable time for this award presentation program. Dr. Mashelkar sir, without you, this award, this program would never have been possible. So a big thank you to you, sir. Thank you to all the jury members for their very thoughtful and valuable inputs. Thank you to the Reliance Innovation Leadership Center team of Mr. Sushil Borde, Mr. Shrikant Dev, Mr. Sanit Patil, Ms. Chitralekha Yadav, and Ms. Trupti Prabhu. A special thanks to Mr. Dimag Sahasrabudhe and his team for wholeheartedly supporting the application process through the ILCI website every year. And I'd also like to give a big thank you to the ILCI team for always being there, sir. And thank you to this very enthusiastic and supportive audience for having graced this occasion. Thank you so much.